Dear students, happy morning to you all. Today we are going to see a prose, The Wind on Haunted Hill. What does mean by haunted hill? Possessed. It means a lonely hill. The wind on haunted hill. You see, Usha, Suresh and Binya. They are the characters in this story. Before going to this section 1, first I'll teach you meanings for the tough words. Are you ready, my dear students? The first one, mourned. What does mean by mourned? Make a long, low sound. Make a long but low sound. Haunted, possessed. Ruins. That means spoiled, decayed, collapsed building or place. Terrible, fearful. Saddle, low point on a ridge between two summits, that is called saddle. Crumbling, breaking apart into small pieces. Scuttled, what does mean by scuttle? Ran with short quick steps. Whistling thrush, that means a small singing bird. Straggling, spreading out in different directions. May we go to the lesson now? Ooh, 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 cried the wind as it swept down from the Himalayan snows. It hurried over the hills and passes and hummed and moaned in the tall pines and deodars. On Haunted Hill, there was little to stop the wind, only a few stunted trees and bushes, and the ruins of what had once been a small settlement. On the slope of the next hill, there was a small village. People kept large stones on their tin roofs to prevent them from blowing away because already you saw the first now, a large wind will come there. So the people of the village put a large stones to keep their hut from the blowing away. There was nearly always a wind in this spot. Even on sunny days, doors and windows rattled, that means moving here and there. Chimneys shook off and on. Cloths also blew away. Three children stood beside a low stone wall, spreading clothes out to dry. Who are the three children? Usha, Suresh, and Binya. On each garment, they placed a rug because whenever the wind came, the cloths will blow away now. So the three children kept a rock on the cloth. Even then the cloths fluttered like flags and pennants. Usha, dark haired and rose cheeked, struggled with her grandfather's long loose shirt. She always fighted with her grandfather's long loose shirt because it flew away. She was 11 or 12. Her younger brother Suresh was doing his best to hold down a bedsheet, while Binya, a slightly older girl, Usha's friend and neighbor, was handing them the cloths one at a time. So, three of them were handling the cloth safely from who? That wind. Once they were sure everything on the wall, firmly held on by rocks, they climbed upon the flat stones and sat there for a while because already they were very tired by saving the cloths in the wind and the sun, staring across the fields at the ruins on Haunted Hill. What are ruins? Decayed. I must go to the bazaar today, said Usha. First, Usha told, I must go to the bazaar today. Then the Binya said, I wish I could come too. Me to come with you like that. But I have to help with the cows and the housework. Mother isn't well, like that Binya told. I can come, said Suresh. He was always ready to visit the bazaar, which was 3 miles away on the other side of Haunted Hill. No, you can't, said Usha. You must help grandfather chop wood. What does it mean by chop? Cutting woods. Their father was in the army, posted in a distant part of the country. And Suresh and his grandfather were the only men in the house. There are no men here, all are women's only. Suresh was 8, chubby and almond-eyed. What does it mean by almond-eyed? Like brownish eye. Won't you be afraid to come back alone? Suresh asked to Usha. Why should I be afraid? Like that, Usha replied. There are ghosts on the hill. Like that, Suresh told. I know, but I'll be back before it gets dark. So Usha replied, I know there are ghosts on the hill, so I'll come back before it gets dark. Ghosts don't appear during the day. Only on the dark time only the ghosts will appear. Are there many ghosts in the ruins? Asked Binia. In the spoiled decayed place, there are many ghosts. Grandfather says so. He says that many years ago, like over 100 years ago, English people lived on the hill. But it was a bad spot, always getting struck by lightning, and they had to move to the next range because on that particular place always there are lightning. So those people moved to the next range and built another place. But if they went away, why should there be any ghosts? So everybody went away. Then why there are ghosts only stayed there? Because grandfather says during a terrible storm, one of the houses was hit by lightning and everyone in it was killed. So grandfather told a story before that. Once upon a time there was a terrible storm come. It hit a hut and all the people, those who were inside the house were killed. Everyone, including the children also. Were there many children? Like that, one girl asked. There were two of them, a brother and sister. Grandfather says he has seen them many times when he has passed through the ruins late at night. Grandfather saw those ghosts. He has seen them playing in the moonlight. Wasn't he afraid? Wasn't your grandfather afraid? No, old people don't mind seeing ghosts. Only kids are afraid of ghosts. Like that, Suresh explained. Then what happened, my dear students? For that, you have to wait for tomorrow's class. Thank you all.